SPTV.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to SPTV, where if you didn't know, now you know. And also where we ask ourselves every single day of the week, what in the hell is Scientology so afraid of? So we're going to continue with our coverage of Nicole Kidman, you guys. We've had some back channel communications going, and some people pressed over certain things that are coming out. So just to make sure it is very, very clear what is being discussed, we're going to get into more weeds. Okay, so just to dispel misconceptions, to dispel mysteries, we're going to continue now going further into the weeds. Okay, and we're going to start today with nothing else than a Vogue magazine article. And Vogue tells us Nicole Kidman makes rare, heartbreaking comments about Scientology and her children with Tom Cruise. All right, well, thank you, Vogue, for telling us that. Michelle Ruiz. Oh, look, shout out to Michelle Ruiz. Let's see if the Spanish Latin community asks better questions and digs deeper since she's writing for Vogue. So here we go. Here's the photo of Nicole. And let's see what this article states, you guys, and let's react in real time. Vogue tells us Nicole Kidman seldom speaks about her two grown children with Tom Cruise, Isabella, 25, and Connor, 23. Both of whom decided to live with their father and, like Cruise, practice Scientology. After the couple split in 2001, by promoting her new film, Boy Erased, in which Kidman plays the mother of a gay son, Luca, has particularly sparked questions and prompted Kidman to break silence on Isabella and Connor. I mean, imagine this, you guys. Imagine this woman playing the mother of a gay character. Let's just leave it at that. Let's see what else continues this. So they are adults, quote, Kidman told Australia's Who's magazine. They are able to make their own decisions. They have made choices to be Scientologists. And as a mother, it's my job to love them. So, do you see? I mean, who in the hell is controlling this woman's image, you guys? Because we would really like to know who this woman is paying to be her publicist. Because, you know, just a little Instagram search here, and come to find out, let's just see right here for everyone to see. Nicole posing for Balenciaga Spring 23, you guys. And this little photo that Nicole still has on her Instagram account, Balenciaga 23, you guys. Still posted there. Okay. Now, never mind that there's literally 13,856 comments. Okay. Oh, and shout out to me, because you know what? 32 weeks ago, per my post right here, Balenciaga, in all caps, because I was pretty shocked that day, you guys. I have to admit, I was like, what in the literal hell is this? And I wrote to her, Balenciaga Nicole Kidman, Scientology, one child abusing cult wasn't enough for you? At Nicole Kidman, coincidence or are you actually repeating a pattern? All in plain sight, no less. All caps. You don't even have the decency of removing yourself this picture on this platform. Child, you know what? Scientology was all about, FYI. What are the odds? Come on, Nicole, here's another user. As a longtime huge fan of your work, it's unfathomable that you would still have this post up. Do better, please. Next person, behavior ignored is behavior condoned. Well, shout out to these comments, you guys. What in the hell is this woman still keeping her Instagram like she doesn't give a single shred of an F? There you go. Amazing Nicole posting in the photographs of Balenciaga. Literally, please, this is literally something anyone can GTS real quick. And just for the guys that don't know what GTS is, because the other day a follower was asking, like, what is GTS, Serge? So GTS, you guys, is one of my favorite acronyms. And GTS means Google that shh. Okay? So every time I say GTS, that means Google that shh. Now, you got to be a good researcher because Google, turns out, also puts up a lot of in their platform, you guys. So you got to really be good because not anyone can Google just anything. But, turns out that this kind of stuff about Nicole, since she's such a Hollywood superstar and all, as you can see, she's just telling us how sophisticated and amazing she is. And yeah, never mind that there's just literally, I mean, literally has shouts out the creative director of this deranged, unthinkable, disgusting, soiled campaign that, come to find out, Vogue magazine, Little Miss Anna Winter, did a couple of articles about Balenciaga that kind of helped to let's save the corporation. Let's just help each other launder, So yeah, shout out to you, Anna Wintour. Yeah, shout out to you, Anna Wintour, the Devil Wears Prada and all that, whatever. Shout out to you and shout out to Nicole and shout out to Balenciaga and shout out to Scientology. Because you know what? Literally, it's literally a GTS away, you guys. Literally, you just have to go, oh, what in the hell is this? And what in the hell is that? And why is this here? And why is that there? Right? It's not really that complicated. So going back to Nicole talking about pitching her kids as adults, let's really understand, like, what in the literal hell is this woman, pitching herself here as if, being a Scientologist is like being gay. You have to love your kids, because like they're Scientologists. You got to do, just give them a lot of love because they're adults. They can decide. So quick question for you, Nicole. Since, literally, quick question for you. Since you might want to take a look at my video I posted yesterday because, your little friend, Mark Rathbun, that kept going to ABC News to pitch himself as, dealing with all the inner workings of how your family was going to be ripped apart and how your kids were going to be parentally alienated from you by this little, like, washed out language about how, we were just indoctrinating the kids. All the euphemisms they used to launder the fact that a disgusting grown adult man that you've all seen on the video what the hell that disgusting pig looks like, that man, Marty Rathbun, had his way with Isabella and Connor. And trust me, indoctrination from that disgusting pig, since I was a minor abused by him myself, I would know the level of intensity. And since we even literally have it from the Church of Scientology, Scientology, technology, since we have it literally from them that they fired, what was it, Marty, for? Literally, we still have the sticky note here, guys. Let's recycle, right? Psychotic behavior. Yeah, from ABC News. They told us that Marty was fired for psychotic behavior. So imagine being the mother that left her children at the hotel with the man that was literally fired by Scientology, you guys, for psychotic behavior. And then imagine being that mother that participated in the Balenciaga campaign with teddy bears. And that's all we're going to say. And that's all we're going to get into because it's literally nauseating. So yeah, if you have any Balenciaga stuff, like, not a fan. Anyways, let's continue how Nicole is pitching here that they're adults. And you know what? It doesn't matter that Marty alienated them from me when they were 6 and 9 and everything's fine. What's everyone so pressed about? Why do they care so much about my life, right, Nicole? So let's see what else you told our little friend here, Ms. Reese. Ms. Reese. Let's see what else you told her. In comments that would apply both to her role in the film and her own life, Kidman, who is also a mom to 2 daughters, Sunday and Faith, with her husband Keith Urban, went on to stress the importance of tolerance in mother-child relationships. That's what I believe. Quote. Literally, this is the quote from Nicole Kidman, you guys. That is what I believe, that no matter what your child does, the child has love, and the child has to know there is available love, and I am open here. I think that's so important because if that is taken away from a child, to sever that in any child, in any relationship, in any family, I believe it's wrong. So that is our job as a parent, to always offer unconditional love. Well, bravo to you, Nicole. Bravo, bravo, bravo. You really crafted that statement devoid of any meaning. So good job. You couldn't have made our point any better, Nicole. Since you're such an expert at unconditional child love, tell us what kind of unconditional love were child slaves getting at the hotel that you and Tom were members of? Because that would be very interesting. And for those who haven't been able to keep up with Nicole's little trajectory in Scientology, you guys, she went pretty high up and she visited a lot of these centers. She's higher up on the bridge than me. Let's just start with that one fact. So just so that we don't get confused that, she was just on the sidelines and she really didn't even get involved at all. Like, we're calling utter BS on that. So she was pretty high up. Then she didn't like it. Then she wanted to get out. Then she did. Then she left her adopted kids there for whatever reason, and the reason that this is really infuriating is because now she's pitching them as adults. Like, I was being a little bit more lenient with her until I found out here to Vogue, she's like, oh, they're just like any old adults now, and I want to be so respectful. So everything is so great. And it's all just to launder her image, you guys, because as the reporter stated here, here's again going to the glib reporting that happens at Vogue magazine, come to find out. The reporter here literally tells us that the reason this is being asked is because, since she's playing the mother of a gay in this film that she's out there promoting, because let's not forget, Vogue is covering her, but also kind of promoting her. And, we're getting access to Nicole Kidman and we're going to get our ad dollars paid here. And it doesn't matter whatever the hell goes on with her because we literally have zero critical thinking skills at Vogue magazine. None, apparently. And this Reese reporter just makes our point yet again. These reporters want to cover Scientology without covering Scientology. So what in the hell are they getting paid to do then, Anna? Since you're such a great editor, tell us, what in the hell are you allowing reporters to cover Scientology without covering Scientology? That would be a great question for you to answer to everybody. Let's see what else they pitch here. So they go, her words are heartbreaking in the context of Kidman's past statements about her children choosing to live with Cruz and to practice Scientology. Now, let's put the article back up so you guys can all see it. I mean, maybe you can't even see it there because, well, let's see. Can I make it bigger? Well, maybe you can see it. Anyways, here they go, literally linking Kidman's statements, right? So we can all just go and check out what the hell she's already put on the public record with that abysmal PR person that she's got, literally keeping the Balenciaga campaign 2023 on her page because she doesn't care, because she's just too busy to read her 13,000 comments because she literally couldn't care less, right? So here we go, that her past statements about her children choosing to live with Cruz and to practice Scientology. Did everyone miss the part where we literally had Marty Rathbun, DIG ethics himself, you guys? I mean, let's not forget how high on this hotel chain ladder this Marty Rathbun character taken away for displaying psychotic behavior. Literally the statement that Scientology put up on him. Okay, never mind that now he's on the payroll of these people to keep his mouth like this, you guys. He does not want to say anymore. He doesn't want to take press. He doesn't want to take interviews because you know what? Now he just goes to the bank and cashes checks for himself. That's the bandwidth of what he wants to deal with. And that's the bandwidth he always wanted to deal with, you guys. This whole thing about, I'm Marty, I'm the warrior, was all just a cheap AF facade. And yet again, this media, who could literally not be more gullible, naive, and dumb all at once, literally. So she continues. And now we're going to get into the weeds of Scientology. So literally fasten your seatbelt, you guys. Here we go. See the account. Oh, to practice Scientology, which seems to have driven a wedge between them. Yeah, no shit. No shit, Vogue magazine. You should GTS that it wasn't just a wedge, that there was an actual man, a middle-aged man that completed a 2-week course in a hotel, okay, because that's all he had to study to be their ethics officer, ethics specialist course. Oh, you know what? That might have taken 3 weeks, actually. I think the ethics specialist course was 3 weeks, but maybe for somebody as dumb as Marty Rathbun, it could have taken him 5 months. Because literally that man that was given access to a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, kids of Tom and Nicole to drive a wedge to do the parental alienation because he's a therapist. He pitches himself as a therapist, completing a 2-week course. Oh, but you know what? He's also practicing a religion, as he literally goes and tells a 6-year-old that his mother is a piece of you know what. So nothing makes sense. Anna Wintour and Vogue and everybody else that keeps covering and pitching and laundering and promoting and giving access and playing everyone while y'all cash checks on everyone's stupidity. Continue. See the account from ex-Cruz friend and Scientology whistleblower Leah Remini saying Isabella once referred to Kidman as a effing SP. Well, shout out to Vogue for actually literally putting the whole word there, because we really needed to see that word printed in full. But I mean, yeah, to contextualize you guys, this culture inside those hotels, the F word is one of their favorite go-tos, okay, to emphasize. Like, you're not just a suppressive, you're an effing suppressive. So let's not forget the type of culture that these people are into, because it's literally here on display. And look, Vogue literally put a footnote here: Scientology lingo for a suppressive person outside the religion. Look at Vogue being glib AF, you guys. Scientology lingo for a suppressive person outside of the religion. Did everyone miss the part where Marty Rathbun completed that 2 or 3 week course, ethics specialist, and then he was there indoctrinating, is how he pitched it, the kids into a religious belief that their mother was a fucking SP? Quoted by Vogue, not by me. So never mind that this algorithm from YouTube is probably already like dinging us. But you know what, guys? We're not here to make money. We're here to expose the facts because we're being made to. We're here wasting more of our time on a Saturday where we should be dancing and doing something else. But no, we're having to review Vogue's abysmal coverage and completely glib coverage, pretending that they know what the hell they're talking about. And look, we can't even get through the 3rd paragraph without already seeing a million things wrong. So let's continue and see what else is Vogue pitching. Kidman told Who. That's another magazine, you guys. Shout out to them. We might have to review that article too. Now, she's a very private about her eldest kids, but is secure in the knowledge that being a mother is her purpose. I know 150%, quote, Nicole Kidman, listen to this statement, you guys. I know 150% that I would give up my life for my children. Well, you know what? I guess literally, Nicole, you couldn't have made our point any better, because you said your children, and apparently the adoption doesn't meet that requirement, right? Ask your publicist to sanitize that statement for you. Maybe they can even take it out. Write to Anna. I'm sure she'll love to hear from you. So there you go, guys. There's Vogue magazine. And since they're quoting Who, the article Who, let's check it out. I think I have it here. Let's see. Okay, well, here's Nicole Kidman's article on Who. So shout out to you, Vogue, for sending us here and figuring out what in the hell is going on. Navigating fame and family, how Nicole Kidman's kids are growing up away from the limelight. With over 6'3" motion pictures, 182 nominations, 90 award wins, and not to mention countless fashion statements. Shout out to you, Balenciaga. Campaign 2023. It's hard not to be impressed with Nicole Kidman's accomplishments. Well, you know what? I guess she is a very good actress, you guys. You got to give it to her. So if she's had 90 award wins, Nicole, we just gave you one right here for being an incredible actress. You're definitely playing the part. But let's talk about a number the actress might be prouder of: her 4 children. She's so proud. The strongest force within me right now is the maternal force. I have a really, really strong marriage, but maternal love brings you to your knees. Well, that's a weird way to put it, but I guess shout out to you mothers out there. Can you also say that maternal love is putting you on your knees? Because that's just like sounds a little creepy given that she's like all about the Balenciaga campaign and all. It's surfacing pretty much everything I do, Nicole says in an interview with Equity Media. See how they're all using each other's, you guys? Shout out to this one, shout out to that one. Let's promote you. You promote me. Let's all just, get people here. Let's get the eyeballs. Let's put all our advertisers. I mean, they can't stop having advertisers all over this shit, right? Literally here. They're probably getting our press dollars. Nicole Kidman has 2 adopted children from her marriage with Scientology devotee Tom Cruise. Well, there you go. Isabella, Jane, and the only son, Connor Cruise. She also shares 2 daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret, with her husband, world-renowned country singer Keith Urban. Shout out to Keith Urban, you guys. Nicole Kidman's adopted kids with Tom Cruise. During the early part of her marriage to Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman suffered an ectopic pregnancy and miscarriage. Deeply traumatized by this, Nicole and Tom decided to adopt. Nicole's aunt was adopted, so she was always open to adoption, she told the teller. It's been part of our family, and I knew it would play out somewhere in mine. I don't think it would happen so early, but it did. And there's a picture of them with those adopted kids. Isabella, or Bella, was adopted by Nicole and Cruz in 92, and her younger brother Connor was adopted in 95. When the couple split in 2001, the children decided to live with her father. So the press is telling us, you guys, and again, they shout each other so much, and it's all just such a simple GTS away, right? To literally just go, to literally just, there we go. It's just one GTS away to literally go like, what happened with these kids? I mean, it's not like you don't have ABC News primetime coverage with access to degenerate of degenerates, Marty Rathbun, that, when he was looking for his 15 minutes of fame to see how much pressure he could apply on Monique Yingling to cash his own checks and to, force a settlement or whatever the hell he was masterminding on his own while purporting to be a whistleblower. But, he was what he's calling a therapist of these people, and he had no problem ethically going on TV and sharing intimate details that we would not even have access to, but it's all in the public record. So you know what? It's all fair game, and not in the corrupt, disgusting, fair game shit that Scientology pulls off with their little OSA operatives that were very aware what the hell they do. Since, again, children of this hotel had a front row seat at how they think, how they operate, and what kind of corruption they are 1000% capable of. But this is what's good about exposing all of them, because everybody can get David's name out of their mouth, and it ain't David. He's not the who or the why. But I digress. Let's go back to here how, the press just pitched Isabella and Connor deciding to stay over there. Was there any mention of parental alienation? I mean, how many mothers and leave it in the comments if you've been a victim of parental alienation, and how much would have helped you if Nicole was actually honest and being like, look, you guys, this is what happened to me. They were alienating me from my kids. I didn't know what to do. I was so overwhelmed. I had no idea, blah, blah, blah. But I guess no, there's just no such thing like that in the public record, because all we know is that in 2001, Mark Rathbun, the man of the hour, had his way with these two young 9 and 6-year-olds. Put them in these rooms, told them they were SPs, told them they were blah, blah. Lingo is what, Vogue is calling it. This is a lingo, because that sounds more like lingo is what pimps use, right? Or wrong? Is that what priests usually say? This is our lingo. This is our lingo. Well, take a look at that and really kind of think for yourselves, like get some brain cells activated, because it would be good for you guys to start explaining that and put out statements, reach out to us. We would love to hear how you want to explain yourselves. We would love to hear a sensible explanation to what the hell we're discovering right here, written by y'all with zero self-awareness. So, yep, here they are in live here. When the couple split, the children decided. The children is who decided to live with their father. Imagine being Nicole Kidman, having all the money in the world, having all the access to the best possible attorneys you can possibly find in the world. Imagine you had a front row seat at all the dysfunction, at every last shred of hotel room that you visited while you were being audited, Nicole, so you would know what the hell happens in those sessions, right? It's not like you don't have firsthand experience. So why didn't you go to an attorney and say, they're going to abuse my children. They're not going to have agency when they're being put into these things. And don't pretend that you don't have a single clue what the hell we're talking about, because you, more than anyone else out there, knows, given that you went all the way up to OT3, you guys. That's where this woman went. Do you have any idea how many audits she had to do to get there? So the minute she tries to tell you she doesn't know what the hell's going to go on with her 6-year-old and her 9-year-old, know that she couldn't care any less, even though she says she's all about mother love and she can't wait to love. Well, you know what? There's a common denominator between y'all as parents that were following the rhetoric of an unindicted in absentia felon, fully convicted, but he just ran away before he could get sentenced to his 4 years. And he went down the coast of Morocco and was just collecting all kinds of other minors. Never mind that back then he was in a church, right, IRS? Or was he at church when he was alive and just all it took is for him to die before y'all recognized that, oh, holy moly, this man is really religious, you guys. Let's just give him this exemption, because you know what? They really need, what this really sounds like is a 501c is what they are. They couldn't be doing anything else. They couldn't be monetizing on kids. They couldn't be bringing kids into hotels. They couldn't be bringing them from all across the world. Like, that could not be happening, because a 501c is like to help the world. And that's why we should have the entire United States of America subsidizing, because, why should they be paying taxes? And why should any of their hotel members that have a paid membership to that hotel, let's not forget that this religion, you guys, isn't just like, oh, whoever wants to walk in, you got to pay. Where's your membership? What's your IAS status? If you don't have a status, you're not getting in. So get your status sorted or get the hell out. So yeah, 501c, you guys. Kid you literally not. So given that we have so much corruption and so many who's and whys here, and all between the puppeteers who really are at the top of this disgusting corruption. Here we go. Since the divorce, rumors have circulated that Scientology members have worked to estrange her from both children. Well, you know what? Nice of you, Who magazine, to pitch this as, rumors, because you know what? We're going to school you very, very quickly. Posted, whatever it is that they're pitching, these people are religious, whatever's, that is the man that literally Tom Cruise was visiting in, what did he say, the early 2000s to Celebrity Center. Every day he would come in and get interrogated. Enhanced interrogation techniques is what these people are into, with this little role play of this clown that pretended that he knew something. Because, this clown here that you see was also obsessed with his daddy figure, L. Ron Hubbard. He just thought L. Ron Hubbard was the shit, instead of actually confronting that L. Ron Hubbard was nothing but a piece of shit. So this piece of S here is talking about how, yeah, we got Tom to come in every day to get interrogated. Well, you know what? There you go. The therapist personified that you see on screen here with his 2-week course, hotel course, is very, very proud of the access he got, and he can't wait to tell NBC all about it. Let's see what else he tells.
His kids were then overseen and nannied and tutored by Church of Scientology staff at the.
So listen how Marty Rathbun is like, okay, how am I going to really pitch this? His kids were nannied and tutored by the staff, by the minors that we were child trafficking at Celebrity Center. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to say that, says Marty Rathbun to himself. Let me just keep pitching it in a sanitized way so that I can continue to apply pressure on Monique Yingling so she can start figuring out how she's going to come up with checks to pay me so that I actually keep my mouth shut. Otherwise, I'm going to keep yapping.
Celebrity Center when he had them.
Rathbun says church officials suggested to Tom and Nicole's children that Nicole was a suppressive person, someone bent on destroying others.
So, again, notice the level of sanitizing by this character here about how, you guys, let me put this so clear to you, okay? Let's unsanitize this BS that Marty's trying to pitch. When these characters grabbed you and you were 8 years old and 6 years old, in these ethics handlings, they're speaking to you as an adult. Your mother is out ethics. Your mother is a suppressive person. See here, read this thing here from L. Ron Hubbard, from this degenerate that says anyone who criticizes what the hell we want to do to you is not good, is a suppressive. Okay? So your mom doesn't like it here anymore. She is a disgusting, suppressive person. Get your ethics in. You don't want to be like her, right? You don't want to end up like her. Would you want to end up like her? If you get connected to her, she's going to pull you. You're going to become a PTS, is what they would tell us. Oh, yeah, you're going to become a PTS. And what in the hell is a PTS? Oh, that's a potential trouble source. Potential trouble source. And to a 6 years old, this disgusting clown that you see here trying to make it sanitize and sound old, whatever he's trying to do, is convincing a 6 and an 8-year-old that you don't want to be a potential trouble source, do you? I mean, you wouldn't just want to be full of trouble everywhere. You wouldn't want your life to just be roller coastering, is what they would tell us. It's like, oh yeah, if she says she doesn't like Scientology, your life is just gonna go like this immediately. Like, the technology starts to like melt down, the sessions that we're doing are having no effect, everything's gonna stop working just by the fact of someone saying no, or wait a minute, or what in the hell. So just look at this man that is on the screen here, who is co-conspirator number 2 on the wide-ranging racketeering scheme, him and his buddy David, who pitched this BS to Monique Yingling, let's not forget, who helped them. These 2 clowns were nobodies. These Okay, Who magazine editors and staff who wrote that thing, please feel free to listen to this report and then go check your notes again and see if you really should have pitched the alienation that took place as rumors. Since this is ABC News, isn't that like what'd you call heritage media, top tier media, whatever it is? So take a look at this and then let's have a little circle back to see if it really was a rumor. Check it out.
When Cruz divorced Nicole Kidman in 2001, Rathbun says he led Cruz through confessional sessions the church calls auditing.
He would come to the Celebrity Center virtually every day during late 2001 for auditing with me. And his kids were then overseen and nannied and tutored by Church of Scientology.
All right, you guys. And there you go. Just so that Who magazine finds out who told ABC News that Tom was coming to Celebrity Center, which you just saw at the beginning of the segment with that reporter walking around with this degenerate, that goes on to say how Tom was bringing the kids around as they were getting the divorce and that the kids were being nannied and tutored. That was the sanitized pitch that this character put out there. And you even saw that he paused to think about how he was going to pitch it. Nobody in those hotels, at the Manor Hotel, Celebrity Center, whatever the hell that hotel is being purported to be, had any shred of a qualification to be around kids. I mean, imagine what kind of nanny do you leave your kid with that's going to treat your kid as an adult? I mean, for any of the parents out there, if you were interviewing a nanny to be your child's nanny, and the first thing that came out of that nanny's mouth is, oh yeah, I believe that children are not children and they're just adults in small bodies. But, oh yeah, well, you sound like a great qualified person. There you go. Go treat them like little adults in small bodies. So that's not all. Continue to see what else he's talking about.
Scientology staff at the Celebrity Center when he had them.
Rathbun says church officials suggested to Tom and Nicole's children that Nicole was a suppressive person, someone bent on destroying others.
He and I were intensively at it,
Intensively added was this degenerate. Intensively added was this man pressing and pressing and pressing those kids exactly what he just said he was pitching. That she was, what you just heard them say, she was intent in destroying and all of this. I mean, the gross level of alienation is unthinkable. And for Who magazine that didn't give a shred of an F about the facts. I mean, don't you guys have fact checkers that check and Google before you put something on the press? Or were you just following what Nicole's publicist told you to write there? Because it's only one or the other, right? Or do we know and nothing about how the hell this works? And we just couldn't be more confused. The character goes on. Let him hang himself fully. Let's watch him.
Auditing several hours a day over several months. So the kids were in the hands of Church of Scientology staff and they were being indoctrinated. And They were reporting to Tom on how that was going in my presence.
What would
There you go, guys. There you go. This man that smirked while talking about how the kids were in the church while being driven into these rooms to do ethics handlings, being spoken to as if they were adults. And let's not forget, Nicole knew, because she, I'm sure, got plenty of ethics cycles herself, you guys. Again, you don't get to OT3 without having a shred of a clue of what an ethics cycle is. She did them on herself. She had to go through those steps. And then all of these parents just dumped their kids to do more of these ethics cycles. And there is no PG-13. There's no PG rated. There's no ratings whatsoever. Did we not say 100 million times they treated us as adults in small bodies? Apparently not. And apparently these reporters can't stop canoodling and cuddling degenerates that really literally go on the record purporting that they have the right to believe that a child isn't a child in real time. And that L. Ron Hubbard told them, so you know what? They couldn't be more protected, right? Or wrong?
would the staff be telling those kids?
The initial indoctrination of Connor and Bella, Connor was 6 years old, Bella was 9, was teaching them that certain people are antisocial personalities, they're suppressive people, and they started teaching them the characteristics of the antisocial personality.
Like their own mother?
Like their own mother.
The Church of Scientology
Wrong
has said
question
no.
for that reporter. Such a dumb follow-up question. What were the characteristics? How were they characterizing the mother? Would have been a much more smarter question to be asked. Who the hell cares? Didn't he just say about the mother? Again, you guys, it's like they just want to sensationalize this. They want to be as glib as they can. They can't wait to get to the next segment because who cares that he just told me that a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old were being locked up, being told that their mother was nothing but a piece of trash. And that just makes so much sense because Marty Rathbun, don't forget, he was getting paid for this. Oh, yeah. Marty Rathbun, the idiot that he is, you guys, got paid $50 a week. That's how much he liked abusing kids. $50 a week Marty Rathbun took in. But don't worry. There was also payments done to the organization. Of course, Marty Rathbun was an idiot and let them pay him $50. But don't forget how much money did Tom Cruise pay for those kids to be getting serviced. And before anybody gets confused, that is literally what these people call. Go get serviced. Go get your service. Are you liking your services? So, magazine, who? You can Google this segment and finish them for yourself so we don't have to continue to do all the heavy lifting ourselves. It'd be nice for y'all that are getting paid the big bucks to do nothing, start actually doing something instead of just literally being useless and being a fraud yourselves. I mean, no wonder you can't spot a fraud. Like literally if it was 1 centimeter away from your nose, because turns out y'all's corporations are nothing but a piece of fraud. Because, I mean, let's show you the screen again, you guys. Look at this, Women's Day. How many ads do you see here? Shout out to Paramount. Shout out to CBS Sports. Shout out to Delta. Literally, shout out to Square. Shout out to another Paramount back here. Shout out to Fox. Shout out to, look at all this gossip here that they're selling. Shout out to Anine Bing, another Scientologist, you guys. Oh my God. Yep. For all you little fashion lovers out there. And for all you little press people that want to go ask Anine Bing how much of a Scientologist she was and how much she was frequenting that celebrity center. Literally another Scientologist right here, Anine Bing. She can tell you all about the Scientologist she was dating, I'm sure. So there you go, guys. You can't even like scroll through this without finding corruption everywhere. So shout out to you, Anine Bing, and people, reporters, all these people that want to do, you know, Vogue magazine, maybe wants to start doing some reporting on some Scientology, what do they call it? A Scientology fashion designers, Anine Bing, what's her name? Rebecca Minkoff and all that. So yeah, we just were talking about all this gluttonous ads that they're pitching, and then their stories couldn't be more pathetic, right? Literally. Nicole Kidman is living the dream. She has a gorgeous and talented husband. I mean, okay, you guys, let's just read it. I mean, what the hell here? Let's all just read it together. Oops. Damn it. You guys didn't see all the ads. Oh, well, here you go, guys. The ads are all in here. Shout out to Paramount. Shout out to Delta. You know, get your Sky Miles and your Gold American Express. Shout out to CBS Sports, who also wants to advertise with you guys. And shout out to Square. I mean, literally, how many people are oh, Fox News. There you go with Fox News too. And oh, there you go. Anine Bing. Oh my God, you guys. Anine Bing. Shout out to you, Anine Bing. You want to give an interview to Vogue, perhaps, and tell them about your celebrity center connection when you were here in LA? You want to talk about that, Anine? Because that would be great, you know, since you're literally were there too yourself and also did courses and also were getting serviced by minors, right? Just by default, by the fact that you were running around there doing courses and figuring out stuff. I mean, Anine Bing, you guys, just for all you little fashion lovers out there that had not a shred of a clue that she was a Scientologist for a bit, she can give you the details. She knows exactly how long she was there and what she was doing. But let's leave it at that. But literally, Anine Bing is also there promoting her stuff. And let's see what this article talks about, this complex relationship and hopeful reunion with her two adopted children. Nicole Kidman is living the dream. And this is also, let's just find out, yeah, right around the time she was promoting the other stuff, right? August 16th, 2021. Nicole Kidman is living the dream. She has a gorgeous and talented husband, beautiful young children, and an award-winning career. But despite of that, the actress has always battled an ongoing heartache over two of her kids following her 2001 divorce from Tom Cruise, which you can, of course, hyperlink and dive into the weeds of their glib reporting. While it has often been a strained relationship, for the past 2 decades, Nicole never gave up on her lost babies, Bella 28 and Connor 26. Well, isn't that a great hookup you got there, Nicole? Your babies are now 28 and 26. Never mind, you left them when they were 6 and 9, according to Marty Rathbun. However, happily for Nicole, 54, Women's Day can reveal she has recently reconnected with both Bella and Connor. Insiders say she's been in close and regular contact. Well, isn't that a great way for you guys to pitch that she's in contact from insiders? Because those insiders are full of S. It doesn't work like that in Scientology. If Nicole is a suppressive person, there is no contact. There is no way to reconnect unless they're violating the policies of L. Ron Hubbard. And if that's the case, then guess where that is flapping is what they call it. Flapping is when, oh shit, something's out of control. These kids are connecting again with the mom. They're going to start roller coastering. They're going to start losing their wins that they're having in Scientology because the mom could actually say something that influences them that much. And let's not forget, Marty Rathbun spent how many months indoctrinating them and nannying them and with the tutoring them? that the mom was exactly what is being said. I mean, you guys, I'm kind of just sick of doing their job. I'm going to link the rest of these literally Google away articles on the description down below so that everyone can see how many advertisers are advertising where these publications are literally living their way into the public consciousness without a shred of guardrails and without caring about how anything is written or portrayed, right? Let's start asking those tough questions, because apparently from Vogue on down to women's whatever and this other Who magazine and all these people, if y'all would have investigated with this level of sloppiness when you were at the hotel and you were 12, your heads would have been put on a pike. And no, that's not hyperbole. That's actually a thing. And that's what we're doing right here, putting all of y'all's heads on pikes, displaying fully your utter negligence, reckless negligence, talking about how these kids reconnecting and their babies, and they were 6 and 9 when they were being put in the hands of Marty Rathbun, when Tom Cruise was paying Marty Rathbun to do whatever the hell that 2-week or 3-week course that Marty Rathbun took in that hotel gave him the power to do to those kids. The hours those kids spent locked up against their will. And Nicole would know all about it because she was going in sessions herself. So again, how does a mother walk away without her 6 and 9-year-old? How does a mother have all manner of access, power, and money to get attorneys to put a stop, to grab her kids, to just save them? There could have been something arranged. Why is Nicole so silent? Why is she pretending she has no leverage whatsoever? And she's just like, oh my God, I just have to go to the sidelines because you know what? Tom didn't want anything spoken about. Really? That's all it took? The man that's besties with Marty and Dave, the 3 amigos that are all in, this one pays this one orders this one. It's all triangulated. It's all done by proxy. Dave, Tom pays Dave. Dave tells Marty, go and do this, handle this. Don't let it flap. Don't let it stop. Do not let those kids go with Nicole under any circumstances. Put them there, have them do ethics handlings, program them, do a sec check, whatever the hell they wanted to do with those kids. And never mind that Nicole knew all about it from being an end user of those things. And if she wants to tell us how that was just a very religious experience, well, start making some sense, Nicole, because between your Balenciaga campaign for you know what, promoting whatever, and your little Instagram showing not a shred of remorse or, oops, this is horrific. I mean, at least Kim Kardashian pretended that she was like, yo guys, this is kind of weird. I haven't audited Kim Kardashian to see if she's also gotten back to Balenciaga because, I'm sure they made a lot of changes in that company. Never mind that the man who put this campaign on the map and got all these people to post in all these unthinkable things didn't get fired. They're just like really have taken a real strong stance, Balenciaga, to end child abuse. They're working with a lot of organizations is the type of statement they put out to sanitize their image and to make sure everyone forgets and just play it low key, guys. And who owns Balenciaga? Oh yeah, shout out to you, Salma. Doesn't your husband own Balenciaga? And you guys haven't even fired the designer that literally put that stuff out? I mean, that's what doesn't make sense, you guys. I mean, even you could even be like, yeah, they made a mistake. This was horrific. And this is all his fault. Let's put his head on a pike. But apparently they don't want to. So why don't they want to? And why are all of this stuff not making absolutely zero sense? And why is Hollywood so involved? And why are so many millions being passed around these people? And why are they still minors inside those hotels today as we speak? Why? So we're going to continue on message. We're going to continue on what we care about. We're going to continue advocating for defenseless children stuck in those hotels whose parents are all into it. No one can save you if you're that hardcore. If you like it that hardcore and you're 21 and up, ain't no one coming to get you out. You have to use your 2 feet to walk out of the hotel. No one's going to deprogram you. You like it, you want it, stay. Stay there all day, all night, 24/7, 365. Let people abuse you, humiliate you, treat you like a piece of garbage. Who the hell cares? Why are y'all bringing children into that environment is the only question we care to understand. It's the only thing we have bandwidth with right now after being over by all these little people out here that are literally doing nothing about it, you guys. And that is what's so nauseating. They're all getting rich. They're all cashing checks. They're all purporting that they're this and they're that, and our corporations are so valuable. Are they? Are they that valuable? Or are y'all just frauds and unable to literally spot any fraud because your eyes are wide shut? Let's leave you with that to think about. I'll see you guys very, very soon.